everybody, and welcome to another fantastical video by yours truly, the Necronomnom, also known as Lord Rye to some of you older followers. But yeah, today we are going to be doing a little bit of a different style video. Today I am going to be doing one of my AI art combination videos. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rough sketch of something, and I don't have a stylus for my phone right now, because in a freak accident it got broken. It was so weird. It was like the worst luck. So today, I'm just going to be using my fingers to do all this, so it'll be a rough sketch, and then I'm going to run that through AI and make a nice little background for a location card, and then I'll explain a little bit about how location cards work in the game. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Today, I think I'm going to do a little bit of a forest scenery, so ignore all the presets there, because this is going to be on my location card template. I'm going to lighten that up a little bit, and we're going to add some layers for the art. So let's grab us a nice little pen here. We're going to make it a little bit bigger than that, and we're going to go with black for the solid outline. Now remember, this is going to be a very rough, rudimentary sketch, and then we're going to run it through AI to make it look like something absolutely beautiful. So I want to do like a little forest clearing. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, you know what? I think I'll do paint style today. I think I will do paint style, so let's go ahead and get a little bit of brown here to go on the ground. And we need that brush to be way bigger. Oh, nope, even bigger than that. All right. So let's start with a vantage point here, and then we will just run all over the ground here. Make a nice little pathway in the forest clearing. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's give it a little bit of gradient. Like I said, this is going to be very rudimentary. I'm only using my fingers for this sketch. So here we go. Start out with something like that. Blend this a little better over here. And then let's go ahead and throw in some trees. We're going to make it dark. Ooh, that's a little too dark, I think. So let's go ahead and throw in some background trees real quick. So I want some arching trees here in the center, and I'll show you why here in a minute. I don't want them to be the same size either. So there we go. Just some background trees. We're going to make the background a little bit darker. I'm not going to go into color theory with you right now. I am just making art today. So there's one tree. We'll do another one here. And that should be good enough. And then we'll go ahead and do the foreground trees a little bit lighter. And we'll make the brush bigger for the foreground trees. So let's go ahead and do this tree right here. And I want the roots to extend out a little bit, so there we go. Just like that. And then we will do one over here, just like this. Make it give it a nice little wavy pattern. And a nice big trunk. And some nice little roots there. And then I am going to go in with a slightly different shade of brown and do some tree limbs. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And a little more up here. Give it some more branches. It's looking a little dead right now, I know, but it'll look better here in a minute. It will look better. So let's go ahead and just do these branches. Da, 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 da. And there we go. Alright, now let's darken it up a little bit. That's way too much. And get some smaller branches. That is not what we want to do with that. Alright. So just some smaller branches in the front. Give these trees in the back some branches. And I know it is looking very not good at the moment, but that's why we have AI art for this combination drawing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop a layer back behind it, and we're going to give it some, just like a green-brown-esque type background. I guess something like a little bit darker than that, I guess. So let's go with this green-brown right here, and we'll just drop that in the back here, just behind all this right here, and over here. Go ahead and drop all that back shading. Alright. So I want to have a nice blue sky too, outside of the clearing of the forest. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Nice blue sky, and then we want to create like a good medium in between that. But first, let's throw on another layer. And this is just going to be like a small window out of the forest clearing. And it's just going to be some little dark green, rugged mountains. So we're just going to, yeah, we're going to make some hills in a field and give it some layers. Make one dark there, make one a little bit darker and slightly different shade there. And then let's go ahead and throw in some more dark sky in the background to kind of blend the green and the brown. So we kind of want something more similar to this color right here. That may be just a little much. So, let's see, a little more on the blue side. Possibly this right here. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice blending color. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Blend that into the sky there. Now, it wouldn't be a very good forest clearing without rocks, so let's go ahead and throw some of those in the foreground. We are going to take this way down and take this brush down. So here we go. Draw some little rocks. Maybe a little bit of a darker rock right here. Maybe a bigger rock right here. And some tiny little pebbles over here. And a big rock in the front. I like big rocks in the front. So there we go. There's that. And now let's go ahead and darken up this path right here in the center. So we're just going to make it darker in the center here. Just give some better perspective on what we got going on. And now for my favorite part, because I'm going to be using a different brush for this. We are going to pick this, and then we're going to go find a nice texture to use for these trees. I don't have the preloaded texture packs for this, so I'm just going to be using the default textures. But I think it will give it a bit of a nice effect. As long as I follow along the branches and make it look natural, I think it should turn out pretty good. And so far I am right. It is turning out pretty good, I think. There we go. We'll do some over here. Ignore the camera shaking. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Remember, guys, I'm just doing this with my fingers, so it's a little bit difficult. Right, let's see. We'll just fill in that green. And we'll just do that all the way through right here. Let's thicken it up in the top here. Yeah, there we go. A little bit thicker there. And then let's scatter some leaves around the ground. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Alright, I think that looks pretty good, so let's go ahead and save this. And then we will go upload it into AI. So let's go over here to I am using the Dream by Wombo app, and I am paying for a subscription for this, and it's a monthly subscription, but it's not super expensive. It's very, very well within the realm of affordability. So let's go over here to image, and we'll go pick out that image we just drew. Oh, no, before we do that, we have to select the ratio for the image. So I'm going to go with 3:4 because that's the closest to card size. And then we're going to drag that up like that. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. And then for this particular app, it's going to give you an option how much the image is going to influence your artistic vision. So I'm going to go with normal. And then we're going to put fantasy forest scene with bright sky and clearing and field in the background with mountains on the horizon. So that should be good, and then we'll go find the best AI guided preset for this. And since it's very naturey, I want to do something fantasy, but I want to do something like I want it to fit the aesthetic of the game. So I'm gonna go with this one to see what it generates, and I guess we'll just have to wait for that. That actually looks really nice, but it's not the aesthetic that I'm looking for. So we're gonna go back and do something. Let's try the Anime V3 because that's what I usually use for all of my things. So let's get it to generate something for that. That looks really good too, but I don't know. I feel like it could use a little more highlights and a little more brightening. So let's go put rays of light shining through the forest. Shining through the trees. Alright, let's try it again. And yes, that is absolutely beautiful. And I love the third one down here. So we are going to download that one, but we're also going to create variations to see if it comes up with anything more interesting. So here we go. Waiting yet again. That one is awesome. That one is awesome. That one is awesome. But I'm kind of looking for more of the closed forest feel. So I'm still going to go with the first one. So let's go ahead and go back over here into the art app. And we are just going to merge these down and get rid of them because they were only meant to be an inspirational sketch. And then we're going to go into our image folder here. Again, ignore the presets. We are going to add, import image. And we're going to pick this one. And that is absolutely beautiful. But we don't want the border to cover up everything. So let's go turn on the border and see if it works. Yes. Okay, let's go do some tweaking to the image. There we go. Let's see. I don't like the way that looks, honestly. All right, that's good. So now we're going to go over location cards and what they do and all the components of them in this video. So you got the border, you have major icons, but we'll get to those. We have presets. I'm just going to open all those up. So as you can see, we have a name box, a little white box, two little white boxes below that, and then the basic text box. And we are going to unhide icons now. As you can see, the one on the left just marks that it's a location type, and the little black icon is for mana. This particular card uses mana. So let me explain a little bit about how location works. Locations, in my game, are very similar to field play cards in other games. So they affect the entire field of play. That's basically it. They have a variety of effects, but they affect the entire field of play. And then at the bottom, you have your effect text and your flavor text. So let's see. Now we just need to add text. And I think I want to call this the Warrior's Path. So I'm going to go in here and we are going to make some more text. I'm going to put my face at the bottom of the screen for the text portion because that seems to work the best until the keyboard pops up. So the Warrior's Path. Now, I didn't have anything in mind for this whenever I decided to make it. So we are going to make stuff up as we go. That's my favorite. Okay. The Warrior's Path. And we are going to make this cost 2 mana. So let's go in here and just type number 2. Now the 2 is in bold, in sans bold, and at 22%, as you can see down there. Now we just have to line it up. And let's create flavor text because it's easier to figure that out than it is to figure out effects, because effects take a lot of thinking. This can just come to me from the top of my head. So, all who walk this path and all who walk this path of trials and prevail shall inherit. I don't know, I feel like that's too long. Let's abbreviate it. I kind of know what I want to say, but let's abbreviate it. Walk this path. Face the trials. Face its trials. Yeah, I knew I spelled it wrong. This is going to be a long video to edit. So what have you guys been up to? Let me know in the comments below. Face its trials and be reborn a warrior. That's all. Now we have to change it to the correct font type, which is serif italic, and line it up the bottom. And be reborn warrior needs to be on the bottom part of that. And then centered. Not even close. Not even close. That looks about right. Walk this path, face its trials, and be reborn warrior. I know I've been showing only the upper half of my face for like the majority of this video, so you'll have to overlook me on that. But let's go ahead and figure out an effect for this card too. So it's the Warrior's Path, so I want it to be associated with like melee types. And there is a specific faction for warriors, so maybe it will be warrior specific. Let's see. All warriors. Either player can choose to cut warrior card battlers. Cut in half a warrior's attack. If they do, that warrior can attack twice. Okay, that's going to be a lot of editing because of the way this app works. So let's go ahead and there's going to be more to this, but we need to figure out where to put everything. So let's see, there we go. And let's just even it up a little bit here. I think if we move this one over, then move this over again, that looks pretty good to me. And then let's just line it up and make it nice and neat here. And then all I'm going to do from this point is take all the unique card text, merge it together, not the presets, just all the unique text for this card, merge it together in here. And then images is already in the right one. Everything is already in the right place. So here we have it. We have the Warrior's Path. And like I said, that works a lot like field cards in other games. So this one's Warrior specific. They won't all be faction specific. They'll have a variety of effects. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long and boring for you, and I hope you come back for more. The next one won't be so long and boring, but yeah, I'm glad you stuck through to the end, and you can see the card art in my Discord, which there'll be a link down below, and you can always go over on TikTok to see the shortened version of this. I'm going to start putting that at the beginning of my videos, because I know a lot of people have short attention spans, and these long drawn-out videos are a pain in the butt. So, yeah, that's all for me for today. Thank you again. Like and subscribe, notifications, blah, 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 promote. Okay, thanks guys for watching. I'm glad that you share in my passion long enough to stick around to the end, truly. Thank you. And that'll be all for me. I'm going to go now. Bye-bye.